Does that mean we're live?
Yep,
Yeah.
you're live.
Okay, great. Okay, folks. Broadcasting from Tennessee, this is Ray Pohl, and I'm going to read the script for the remotely conducted open meetings. As a preliminary matter, this is Ray Pohl, Chairman of the Nantucket Historic District Commission. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your names, please respond in the affirmative. Diane Coombs.
Aye.
Thank you, Diane.
Aye.
Val Oliver.
Aye.
Great. John McLaughlin.
Aye.
And this is the chair, Ray Pohl. I think we're expecting Stephen shortly, but we'll hear from him in a moment. Staff, when I call your name, singular, please respond in the affirmative. Kathy Flynn.
Present.
Very good. And anticipated speakers will be announced as they appear. Good afternoon.
Abby and Stephen are here.
What?
Abby and Stephen are both here.
Oh, okay. Well, let me call their names. So other members. So Abby Camp.
Aye.
Very good. Thank you, Abby. Welcome. And Stephen Welch.
Aye.
Great. Okay. Here I'm going to start in just a second. 1 second. Bear with me. Okay. Good afternoon. This is an open meeting of the Nantucket Historic District Commission. It is being conducted remotely consistent with Governor Baker's executive order dated March 12, 2020. Due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19. In order to mitigate the transmission of COVID-19, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. And as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted with agenda materials for this meeting, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public...
I need help.
Sorry? Okay, excuse me. Allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. For this meeting, the Nantucket Historic District Commission is convening by video conference via Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and that all attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you and to take care not to screen share your computer. Anything you broadcast may be captured by the recording. All supporting materials that have been provided members of this body are available on the town's website unless noted otherwise. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. So we're now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. The chair will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, the chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. And further, please remember to mute your phone or computer when you're not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until the chair yields the floor and state your name before speaking. I just lost my script. Oh gosh, sorry, bear with me. It's back. Hang on a sec. Let's see. I need to get this.
Ray?
Oh, please, not right now. I'm trying to get my script back. Okay. For any response, please wait until the chair yields the floor and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in a conversation with other members, please do so through the chair. After members have spoken, the chair will afford public, nope, that's wrong. Scratch that. Finally, each vote taken at this meeting will be conducted via roll call. Okay, with that out of the way, I'm now going to get back on Zoom. Give me a second here. And I'm going to, so I know what the first thing is, Diane. Our first order of business is to get a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
So moved.
Thank you, Diane. Somebody needs to mute, please.
But we're not having a meeting.
No, I'm playing catch.
Excuse me, somebody needs to mute out there. Thank you. Okay, on that motion, Val Oliver.
Aye.
Thank you, John McLaughlin.
Aye.
Abby Camp.
Aye.
Thank you, Diane Coombs.
Aye.
And I'm in favor of the motion. So the agenda is approved. So now, actually, the agenda's in front of me. This is fantastic. So let's see.
I had a question.
Yes, John.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
On the left of my screen,
On the left of your screen. Yes.
big black box, and there's a picture of my wife when she was dressed up as an Eskimo. I don't know where that picture came from. But I don't know how to get rid of it.
Yeah, so that's on your computer because unless I'm mistaken, nobody else is seeing that. What I'm seeing right now, John, on my screen is the agenda. Do you see that, John?
Thank you. No
Okay,
problem.
great. Hey, by the way, for all of you, just an announcement that this meeting is going to officially adjourn at exactly 2:30. That's all the time we have from our TV sponsor. Okay, is there any public comment at this time? Kathy?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so then what we're going to do is move along to this one consent with conditions item. Okay,
Move to approve.
thank you very much, Diane. On that motion, Abby Camp.
Aye.
Thank you, John McLaughlin.
Aye.
Thank you, Val Oliver.
Aye.
Diane,
Aye.
and I'm in favor, so that motion carries. So that was our consent with conditions. Now we are along to the new business items that we didn't cover on Tuesday night. It looks to me like the first item on this agenda is 287 Hummock Pond Road. This is the garage, correct?
Yes, and I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah.
Do you see it? You all
Okay,
see it?
so folks, this is where the this is basically down in Cisco. It's at the end of this point. If we look at the GIS, you can see it's on this point. Well, that point is open right now, and the water is flowing back and forth. And so these buildings that are at the end of the point are actually in danger of falling into the water. So our applicant, I think Matt might be on. Our applicant, oh, we see the photographs. Look, it's literally falling into the ground. I mean, into the ocean. So
Right.
there have been alerts put out to boaters and so forth that there might be debris. So this is an emergency request for a demolition of this building literally before it falls into the water. So I'm hoping that the board can approve the emergency demo of this building due to the extenuating circumstances that
Make the motion to approve the demolition of the garage at 287 Hummock Pond Road due to emergency.
Great. Thank you so much, Diane. On that motion, Abby Camp.
Aye.
Great. John McLaughlin.
Aye.
Great. And Val Oliver.
Aye.
Super. Diane Coombs.
Aye.
And I'm in favor. So great. That motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to the board.
Yeah,
Huge
well,
help,
I'm sorry.
obviously.
I'm sorry it's fallen into the water. That's nature.
Yeah, it's actually, they had 35 feet of erosion in less than 48 hours.
Yeah, it's really
Whoa.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
This whole thing was changing hourly.
Mhm.
The gravity of it was, it just kept increasing with each passing hour.
Well, thank you very
Okay,
much.
so thank you, Matt. What's up next on our agenda?
168 Hummock Pond Road, rooftop solar, AC Smart. So Tim is
Okay.
here.
Tim is here. Okay.
I saw
Very
him.
good.
Guys, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, Tim. Thank you.
Awesome.
You want to walk us through this?
Sure. So this is 168 Hammock Pond. This is a piece of property owned by the land bank. The actual building structure is owned by Sustainable Nantucket. This is a new structure that's actually going up as we speak. We're proposing to put 18 solar panels to the southeast rooftop.
Okay, so this is the farm stand.
Yeah, it's the new garage / farm stand. Yeah.
Right.
It's approximately, sorry, Greg, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, for those of you that have driven out Hammock Pond Road recently, just past the fish market on the other side where Sustainable has their little farm, this building is actually being built right now. And the southeast elevation is the one that faces away from Hammock Pond Road.
Correct. And it's only to note, it's a 15-foot structure. And so
high.
15 feet high.
Right. And it's
so
a metal roof, right, Tim?
A metal roof, metal seam roof.
Okay.
And you can see on this picture here to the left, we're proposing to install 18 panels. They're going to be fairly well. There's going to be a relatively large setback on the roof. So,
right.
And the reason I mention that is if you are coming north or south on Hammock Pond, due to the vegetation and the setback there, they're just not going to be visible.
Okay. Yeah, I see that building almost every morning now. Okay, folks, any questions for Tim? Comments?
Yeah,
concerns?
just to be clear, the 15 feet is on the Hammock Pond Road. So, and these are on the other side facing back into the farm.
That's right.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you.
This is a lean-to building, and the open side, the tall side, faces Hammock Pond Road for obvious reasons. And so the roof, the entire roof, actually faces back towards Bartlett Farm.
Right. Mr. Chair, I have no
Yeah.
problem with this application.
Okay. Thank you for those comments, Abby. Val?
I'm fine with it.
Okay. John?
Motion to approve as submitted.
Oh, okay. I'm going to hold your motion just for a second, just to make sure that Diane's okay. Diane, comments? Maybe Diane's muted. Let's check.
Hi, sorry.
Oh.
I said I have no problem with it. This is the one place solar panel. This is a farm. The farm has solar panels. I think this is terrific.
Great. Okay. Well, I think we're all in agreement then. And John has made a motion to approve this as submitted. So I'm going to poll the board on John's motion. Abby Camp.
Aye.
Thank you. Val Oliver.
Aye.
Great. Diane Coombs.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And John, on your own motion.
Aye. I made a
Great.
motion.
And I'm in favor of the motion. So the motion carries. Okay. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Who am I next? Or are we next?
We're next.
Okay, so listen, Lisa and I are sharing a computer, so I'm gonna disappear for a little while, and Lisa's gonna get on, and I'm obviously recused from.
Mr.
Oh,
Chair,
Yes,
we do
Kathy.
have one more. We have 38 Burnell, and then you're up.
Bye. Okay, so she'll be back in a moment.
Sorry.
38 Burnell. Is this also Tim?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is an existing, this property was built in 2013. It has an existing small array on it on the garage on the south side of the garage. The owner would like to update the system to increase energy production. So we're proposing a small cedar pergola that will have 6 panels on top. The pergola will be natural to weather. The existing panels on the garage are going to be rotated from landscape to portrait mode with 3 additional panels added. The
Tim-
pergola, go ahead.
No, you continue. I'm sorry.
The pergola is going to have very limited visibility from Burnell, given that it's set back. The garage is set back about 130 feet from Burnell, which you can see in the pictures.
So we have photographs.
Yep.
Can we see there we are. And
So
Kathy, do we have anything from Sconset Advisory on this?
We do, Mr. Chair.
Okay, well, let's let Tim finish the presentation and then we're going to get to your comments or their comments. I should say.
Sure.
Okay, so there's
So
the
it's-
existing array. Yeah.
Yeah, so that really wraps things up, Mr. Chair. Yeah, it's there's an existing array on the garage.
Yes.
You can see the view from Burnell Street is 0 to limited. And there's no view from Blackfish given the screening that's provided by the properties on Blackfish.
Okay, well, so the fact is, Tim, that you do see the garage from Burnell, but at least in these photographs, you don't actually see the solar panels.
Correct.
Okay,
And in fact, for yes, that's correct.
okay. All right, folks. Comments, questions?
Did you want to hear Sconset Advisory
Oh,
Board?
no, yeah, I'm sorry. Kathy,
That's
go.
okay. So Holly said it's partially visible, adding 9 additional solar panels for a total of 18 on the garage and new pergola addition. The Sconset Advisory Board says less visible, don't see concerns, improvement covering surface with panels, lack of visibility.
So pretty benign. Thank you. Comments from the board?
I think it's great.
Thank you, Abby. Anyone else?
Motion to approve.
Oh, so John has made a motion to approve as submitted. Val and Diane, are you, do either of you have any concerns with this application?
I would if.
No.
Thank you, Diane. Val, you would if what?
I would if it was visible or more visible, but due to where it is and that the panels already exist, I'm okay with it.
Okay, I agree with that. Okay, so John has made a motion to approve this as submitted. I'm going to poll the board on that motion. Abby Camp,
I,
very good. Val Oliver,
Aye.
Diane Coombs,
Aye.
super. John McLaughlin, sponsor of this motion. And
Aye.
I'm in favor. Thank you. That motion carries. Okay, now I think it's time for me to disappear.
Thank you, everybody.
Take over. Thank you, Tim. Okay, so here's Lisa. Bye.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Yeah.
So the applicant has made a request to move 15 Nantucket and 19 Lincoln, which are items 4 and 7, to the end of the agenda. And she would like to hear 66 Hulbert Ave as it is a time-sensitive issue.
Okay, so she wants to hear 66 right now.
Yeah,
And
and
wants
she
to
said,
do 7 to the end.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, can I get a
I'll
motion?
make that motion.
Okay,
if
thank you. Al,
You want to do roll call, please?
that's what I'm trying to do. Val,
Aye. I guess,
Aye.
right?
Yes.
Johnny. Abby,
Aye.
and B is an I. So we will do that. So we will hear
Thank you.
66 now.
I appreciate it. These next 2 applications are basically together to move. One of the houses is coming from 60 Wall Street and moving across the street. So it's a perfect location for the house that's going to be relocated. In order to move the main house, the garage has to be moved to Hulbert Avenue. So that's why it's under 2 separate applications. So this is the garage in question that would be relocated to Hulbert. The garage doors are not facing the road, they're facing into the property, as you can see on the site plan.
Right. Okay. Now that is the moving, that's reciting the garage on the lot.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Moving the garage from the existing location shown pink to the bubbled location in red. So it's
Okay.
basically on the Wall Street side now. It's moving to the Holbert Avenue side.
Okay. Val?
I'm okay with this. I think
Alrighty.
that, you know,
John? Yeah, go on.
no,
Yes.
it's fine.
Is this the resite on the lot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Val, are you finished? I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt
I'm
you.
good. I'm good. It's fine. Yep.
Okay.
I'm good.
Abby?
I'm good with it.
Okay, I am also, so that is a full 4 board.
Great.
The next one is,
To relocate the house from 60 Wall Street now to the,
Madam Chair?
Yeah.
I just want to let you know I'm here.
yes. Yes, Steve, I didn't realize that you were here. Very good.
Thank you. Sorry, Lisa.
that's okay. I'm happy you spoke up.
So now we're going to move the house from Walsh over to 66 Albert Avenue.
Yeah, and it's great. This is the one place that this building can go because it's only moving across the street. Other than that, it was too tall to take anywhere else. So we're under a bit of a time crunch, which is why I asked Kathy to put on the view list in advance of this meeting because they have until the 1st to have a building permit, 1st of October.
Oh,
So hopefully you guys will, have been able to take a look at it, and I look forward to your comments.
I'll
Abby,
go.
do you have questions, comments?
No, I wanted to hear what Val said.
I was going to say, you know, typically it's a lot of building for a site, but what is nice about this is A, we're saving a house, and B, it's already been in the area, people are familiar with it, and I think that it's an excellent move, so thank you.
Thank you.
Abby?
Hey, I don't know what happened. The whole screen went dead.
There you are.
I do have a question about it. I understand it's coming from 60 Walsh, but I don't see where it's going.
If you go to the site plan, it's rotating. So currently, the north elevation is facing Wall Street currently, where it currently lives. It's rotating, so the north becomes west. So
Oh,
the porch that in its current location now faces Wall Street, the porch will now face west to the side. And one of the reasons is they have a wetland. You can see on the site plan that we're working feverishly with the Concom, who's meeting tonight, to allow us to encroach within the wetland, but it's better than where the old garage was located. So it's a net improvement.
okay. All right. I get it. I'm fine with it. Thank you.
All right, Stephen?
Thanks, Madam Chair. So I went down, took a look initially. Before taking a look, I had some concerns, but I agree with Commissioner Oliver's comments. And the only thing I would say that if this did not have a covered porch with posts, because obviously it's going to be at a slightly more elevated height than it is now, that we would want to focus on maybe a pier and curtain type of an approach as opposed to infilling with stone. But this is not really applicable, but I wanted to mention it because I think we have another one that's coming up at some point. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All righty. Val has already spoken. John?
Yes, I have one question. The house, once it's moved, is anything going to be added to it?
I don't believe so. I think the only thing that will be added to it, and actually Caroline Balzer, who is the recipient of the house, can weigh in on this, is I believe she'd like to put a second floor deck facing north that will be blocked by the main house from the Hulbert Avenue side. But that's going to come under a separate application.
That's number 11, am I correct?
Say that again, John, I'm sorry.
My question is, this is number 11 we're on.
Agenda item 11, is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yes, John, yes.
Thank you.
All righty. And me, I am for it also. So that should cover all of us. 5 people, 5 votes. Thank you. So now which one do you want to go to?
Oh, was there a
which one do
motion?
you want-
Was that a motion and a roll call? I didn't hear the motion.
Oh, I thought Val made it. My whole screen went dead. Right
Oh.
when she
Motion
was-
to approve as submitted.
Thank you. Abby,
Aye.
Val,
Aye.
Stephen,
Aye.
Johnny, John,
Aye.
and I'm an I. So that is the 5 of us. So thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. I
I
really
really
appreciate it.
appreciate it.
Lisa, do you want to do 15 Massaquit now?
No, I think I'll go ahead and just go to 3 Kingsway.
Okay, 3 Kingsway. All righty.
Okay, stand by.
I say, Kathy, I'm
that's-
sorry, I sent you some last minute site plans. but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Apologize.
oh, that's okay.
Wrong app. That's the one for you.
Yeah, I'm in my jump drive here. Okay,
it.
so this is, I'm not in my email. You emailed me the pictures. So
Yeah.
this is the, you want to do the move alterations first? Are the pictures
Yeah.
for this application?
Move the building and alterations.
Actually,
That's what it's supposed to be.
yes, to clarify, the building is no longer moving. It is, so I can explain, you should have a newer site plan that shows it in its current location, that's remaining in the current location that Tammy sent you yesterday.
I believe that we added that to the, or Holly might have added it. Is this the new one?
No, that's not the new one. It's basically staying where the dotted line is, so it's no longer relocating closer to the road. It's just,
Oh, man.
it's staying in the same location.
Let me see.
Lisa, did you hear the other day when we had a meeting that we want, this is just because it's coming up, all the pictures in with the same PDF?
Okay, I understand. It gets
Instead of
confusing.
separate, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
you-
I'm sorry. This is
Can
the
you see
correct,
this? Okay.
yeah, that's the
this
correct
is
application.
okay. This is just a site plan, Lisa, from my email, so I'll have to
Yeah,
put
that's
it
right.
together.
The other alterations remain the same, but we decided not to move the building closer to Lincoln Avenue.
Okay.
So the changes to the building are, and the pictures I sent you today were to show that currently the building is a couple feet lower than the road. And the driveway pitches
There it
down
is.
to the front door. So we'd like to raise the building 2 feet to be level with the neighbor to the west. And then there are just fenestration changes to each elevation that I can run through. So you tell me
Do
where
we
you
have
would
any
like.
pictures of it?
In my email, stand by.
Are we on number 5 or 6?
5.
5.
Thank you.
So this is a picture of the building. That's the garage, which is remaining at the height it is. And then you see the building to the house to the left. You can see from this photo, the front door is quite a bit lower than the road. And then I included a topo plan from the GIS also. And that's the 19 and 17 together.
That's the topo.
How much are you upping the land?
2 feet. So if you look at the if you look at that first picture, Kathy, that's titled 17 Lincoln, showing how low it is relative to the road. That actually kind of shows it well. And then there's the GIS map that shows the topo. The grade at 17 Lincoln is I think if you blow it up, maybe it's at elevation 40, and the grade at 19 is at 42. So currently the driveway slopes to the front door, and all the water sort of runs down from the road to, to the front door of the house.
Right, so you would add the 2 feet in front and
Yes,
have it so it matches 19.
19.
What about 15?
Well, because the garage is staying and not changing, that grade remains the same,
Oh, okay.
where it meets 15.
Stephen, you want to begin?
Do you want to go through the elevations, the changes to the elevations?
Sure,
Yeah.
we could do that. That would actually be where I want to start. Lisa, did I understand correctly? Or I'm not sure I understood. Is there actually going to be a change in grade of the dirt, or is it going to be a change in grade of the structure such that the foundation is raised?
No, it's the dirt as well.
Okay.
So the relative height of the structure off the finished grade is going to remain the same. The dirt is going up 2 feet to get it level to the road.
So the elevations actually show that there won't be a change in the foundation height, and
That's right.
visible, and that's what's actually going to happen.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you. That's helpful. Other than that, Madam Chair, I mean, it's an existing structure that's being moved and the grade is being raised. It's being raised, I think, less than many of the structures in the area are being lifted. So I have no concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Abby,
I don't have a problem with changing the grade, helping the grade out, bringing the dirt up to the new grade. But I do have a problem with a swimming pool.
Well,
This
that's
is
the
the
next
new
app-
swimming pool, is this right?
This
Or
is
is
the
it
second, but that's the next application. Can we just concentrate on this one?
Oh, I didn't know they were different. Okay,
Yeah,
so
there's
I'm
different
fine with
applications.
this application.
all righty. And Johnny?
Yes, I have a question. Could I see the plot plan of the existing property?
So that, John, just to be clear, that shows the dotted line is where the house is currently, and we're going to keep it where it's shown dotted. And that's the next page shows that.
Okay, that's existing, right?
Yeah, that's existing, and it's
Actually-
gonna remain in the existing location.
Could I see the plot plan of the proposed?
Right here.
That's it. It's the same location.
I'm looking at this here, pool. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Val?
I'm generally in favor of it. I just have a question. By raising the grade to meet the street, is that going to need retaining anywhere?
No,
Toward,
I don't think so.
okay,
No, there is no plan to retain anything.
okay. So it's kind of in a hole right
It's in a
now?
hole relative to the road, quite a bit in a hole relative to the road. There might be some grade that has to roll down to get to the pool elevation, which is going to be at the existing grade, but there won't be any retaining walls.
Okay, that was my question.
Okay, so I agree with it. I know that 11 Lincoln has the same problem. And because a friend of mine used to live there, and you went down and so did the water. So I understand, and I would go along with it. So we'll take a vote. John?
This is for the pool.
No, this is just for the house changes, John.
Wait a minute. I just saw the pool on here. That's why.
Yeah, it's shown on the site plan, but it's not, the next application is for the pool.
All right, this is for number 7. Am I correct? I'm trying to follow this on my own notes. This
is number 5. It's move the building at
3 Kingsway. Okay, move the building. Okay. Thank you.
All right. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Thank you. All right. So Johnny, would you approve? Will you say yes?
I'll vote aye.
All right. Abby
Aye.
and Val,
Aye.
Stephen,
Aye.
I'm aye. So that should be good. So the next one is indeed the pool
Is the pool.
with the automatic cover.
Yes. And I think we are, not I think, but if you can look at the site plan, the garage is going to block the pool from the pool view from the road completely, as well as some screening between 15 and 17. So we think that there will be a lack of visibility.
We see a site plan. I think John would like that. There it is.
There it is. That's it. Yeah. There is also a pool. Well, there are 2 pools on Lincoln now. I mean, there's one at the old Tommy Hilfiger house in the front of the building, and there's one 3 doors up, at 21. Is it 21, Ray? Or yeah, 21 Lincoln. There's also one in the front of the house. This, I think, is well screened by the architecture and the landscape architecture.
What is the size of it? It's just
20 by
30
50.
feet by 20.
20 by 50.
20 by 50.
Holy moly.
No, 20 by, well, it says 20 by 40 in the application, where it's supposed to be 20 by 50.
We start with Abby.
Well, I think sorry. I'm not in favor of a pool. I personally, I mean, not their fault, but I consider this sort of a historic district, and I don't really understand why it's not in the historic district, because it has historic houses, and I think pools, I was opposed to the one on the corner, and I know there are some in the general area, but I'm not in favor of a pool in this neighborhood.
Okay. Thank you. Val?
Yes,
I
had a comment.
But John, could you wait a minute? We're hearing from Val right now.
Okay.
Val?
I'm okay with it because it's screened by a structure.
Okay.
Madam
Stephen?
Chair,
Yes.
there are HSAB comments I failed to say. So
Oh, good. Do you want to raise it?
I can wait till John's done.
Okay, John, what do you want to say, Johnny?
I had a question on the photo of the bluestone coping.
Yes.
Is that what is between there and the existing garage? Is there anything?
Oh, that's going to be, that'll be Bluestone Terrace.
I'm sorry?
It'll be Bluestone up to from the existing garage to the pool coping.
Right up to the garage.
Yeah. And then you just have coping running around the other 3 sides.
Okay, thank you. I'm in favor of it.
Okay, so
Okay.
historic structures, Holly says pool is allowed in residential, actually R1 zoning, no photos from street, public way provided. Historic structures said okay due to lack of visibility. Where are the AC units, fencing? Needs approval. It's behind the garage, not visible. So, yeah. Not visible, but needs visual break between garage and house.
Okay. Stephen, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Madam Chair. I don't love it, but I think it's a little bit big, and it would benefit just with respect to precedents and so on and so forth for it to be smaller. But I don't suggest it needs to be, smaller by a third or anything like that. And the fact that it's behind the garage and screened by privet, even if the privet weren't there, it would only be oblique. So I think that it's certainly approvable, and those are my comments.
Madam
Mike.
Chair, could I just say one
Yep.
more thing about this? If you were going to pass it, I would say something about the garage remaining in perpetuity or something, just.
Yeah,
just saying
Yeah.
that should be part.
Yeah,
of-
there's no plan to remove the garage. So I think that's a fine.
I would like to see the pool reduced to 20 by 40, which they call for, not 20 by 50. 50 feet
Okay.
long. On your application, I believe it said 20 by 40. But on the plan, it says 20 by 50.
Yeah. Why don't we take the 20 by 40 approval, and then if the board would allow, we might do a new application larger and stake it out just to show the visibility. Would that be acceptable?
Yeah, you could, we'll go for what's listed, and then we can look at it later.
Yeah, that would
I-
be fine.
A motion to take this into effect. So if I could have a motion on approval with the perpetuity, vegetation in perpetuity at time of inspection and in perpetuity. Can I get that? Does somebody want to make that motion?
I'll make that motion, Madam Chair, to
Thank
approve
you.
as applied for 20 by 40, or that's what's shown, and screened in perpetuity.
Okay,
At
thank
time
you.
of inspection and thereafter, yeah.
All that stuff. We should have a regular stamp that just stamp. Okay, Steve,
Aye.
thank you. Johnny,
Aye.
Valerie,
Aye.
and me, I, and Abby.
I'm a nay.
Yes. So that's 4-1
Thank
with
you very much.
existing. And we'll look at it later. So let's see, what's the next thing? Where'd my agenda go? Okay, 7-7. 19 Lincoln.
She moved that down,
I
didn't she?
moved it to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 4 and 7. All right.
Yeah, I'm
So-
happy to go at the end. You guys have a lot to cover in only 45 minutes. So I assume you'll meet again next Tuesday
Yes.
God willing.
with these old other applications.
Stay old business.
Yeah.
So by that time, this will be old business. Okay, so is your husband around? I see it. Sure. So it must
And
be.
the numbers are wrong,
There.
but that's the agenda order.
Okay. Can you turn the, hi, everybody.
Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Hi.
Okay, so let's see.
At 10 Delaney Road.
10 Delaney,
Lot C.
correct. So this is this is an application for a new dwelling. And
Yes.
do we have John Lampy on board?
Let me double check here.
I'm here.
Uh, Thank you, John McLaughlin. But do we have the other John?
We do.
Other-
I just tried to unmute him. There he is.
Oh, there I am.
Hmm.
Unmuted.
Okay, John, you want to run us through what you're hoping to accomplish?
Well, this house, that new road, which is called Reliance Way,
Oh,
comes down right where 10 Delaney is. And this particular, there's 2 lots after 10 Delaney down this little common driveway, so to speak. So my lot is about 130 feet back from Delaney.
okay.
So that's where this project is located. And I did bring a picture over today, photograph from Delaney looking down this common drive.
Is this a rear lot subdivision, John?
Yeah, this is the last lot on that.
Right, because we've reviewed other applications down here, right?
I've already built right up on the first lot, which abuts Delaney Road.
Okay, so is that what
That
we're
one's
looking at?
been closed
Okay, so Kathy, you're going a little fast.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay, but I think we should digest the context here. So if you could just pull back a little bit so that John Lampy can, actually I meant pull back as in go back to the previous photos. There we go.
Okay.
So John, are we looking at,
That's Linda Yates's house, which is kind of, well, it abuts my lot to the very rear, to the what would that be? She's kind of southwest of me, but that's
John,
my
sorry.
retaining wall abuts with her part of her property.
okay.
So that's an example of hers. She's not totally completed yet, but that was just recently put up.
Okay. But that's not Delaney that we're looking at in the.
No,
fourth.
that's actually Darrymore.
Okay.
So, okay.
Who wants to, somebody out there is trying to make a comment. Is that you, Kathy?
No, it was
I was
me.
oh,
Well, who's me, Val?
Yeah.
Okay, so Val, what would you like to say?
The struggle with this application, because I helped review applications, was we just didn't have enough information. We had, the little X on the locus map, but no idea of how this lot sits in what framework, where the ins and outs were, and no photos. So that is why it was not even considered being reviewable, I thought. But
Val, I pulled the pool off for that reason, not the house. I apologize. But he did submit pictures in for the house.
Could we
Yeah,
see a
looking
site
at-
plan? Do we have a site?
Yeah, I'm with Diane on this because I would love to see a site plan that says more clearly than that locus plan, the drive, all that. Do we actually have a site plan for this?
Yeah, there's a subdivision plan. There's a site plan there.
Okay,
There's also
yeah, but that wasn't in the original packet, so that's why it was hard. We were like, where the hell is this?
Yes, I understand. And so Kathy did direct me to supplement with a more detailed site plan. And then I did see while she was scrolling down that there is a subdivision plan as well.
Okay, so let's stay on this just for a second. This plan that we have.
Question.
Yes, Diane, go ahead.
It looks from this site plan that the house goes from sideline to sideline. Is that right? Am I reading it right?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate. I mean,
close,
shorty, yeah.
Totally, but.
Well, I see 5'3", and then the stoop goes very close. I just didn't know that the sides line was 5 feet or 5 or 6 feet, what it was.
It's 5 foot, the setback, sideline and rear setbacks are 5 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
and interestingly, so the stoop, which is presumably a structure, is within the setback.
Yeah,
There is a new bylaw that allows a stoop as long as it's no greater than 3 feet wide, and I think it's like 16 square feet.
And all, okay, that's a detail, but I think, so Diane, to your point, yeah, it certainly goes to the setback on the east side, and it approaches the setback on the west side. So, okay, but now, so here we are, we're looking at this site plan. So to the south of this, parcel 120, that has a building on it, John?
No, that's parcel. That's this parcel.
No. Look at,
Yeah, no, that I was just writing down that this particular parcel is identified. My property is
Okay.
identified as map 41, parcel 120.
let me phrase my question in a different
Okay.
way. Where it says site plan lot C, that
Yeah.
is somebody else's piece of property, correct?
That's right. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
is there a house on that piece of property?
yes, and that's
Okay.
the one that we first looked at. That's Linda Yates's house.
Oh, okay,
just
so that's
recently
Linda's
built.
property. Now, so going to the east from your property, that would takes us out to Delaney, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right, so there's 1 or 2 lots to the east of you, and do those have buildings on them?
The one adjacent to mine, to this one, is vacant. And
Vacant.
that's another one of the, that's the third subdivided lot.
Okay,
And so if you go further east, that's the one that was just completed and signed off
I see.
just
Okay,
recently.
and then what's going on to the west of your property?
That is Linda Yates's property as well, and there's a house there.
Not the one that we saw in the photographs,
That's
but
correct.
a house.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a different
All right,
house,
so-
different lot.
Does anyone else have any questions about where this house sits in relation to the other houses in the neighborhood?
I do.
Okay,
I'd
go
like-
ahead, Val. Hang on,
Um,
Diane, Val.
I'm looking at a locust plan while I'm looking at his site plan on the computer as well. And the lot on the west, from what's given to us for a locust map, may be different now, but this is all we have, is like, it's a pretty wide open lot. So I don't know what the visibility from Derrymore of this is.
I can tell you from that lot, the Linda Yates's lot on the west side, her driveway would come down. Well, it doesn't make it all the way to my lot, but there is a view of probably like you're looking at the pool area from Derrymore.
Your pool area.
My pool area kind of lines up
Okay.
with that. Her
Can I ask-
driveway runs parallel with my north property line.
Okay, thank you. Diane, I know you want to ask a question too, so go ahead.
I would like to have a whole area site plan of where the houses are in a readable size. I don't want to see a picture of the house. I don't care what it looks like. I want to know what is going to go over to the east, what's going to go to the south, what's going to the north. I want to know what the rest of the houses and what their spacing is.
Yeah, I can do that easily.
I think that's a reasonable request, and it would certainly
Sure.
help us with the visibility of this building.
That makes sense to me as well.
Okay.
Guess I should have
So,
done that, but I didn't.
Okay, well, let's put it on the list. So now let's take a look at our elevations now that we're familiar with where this is.
I would go to a different one. That's not the front. You
Those
wanna
are the
look
two
at
sides.
There it is, right there. The south elevation is facing Reliance Way,
Correct.
kind of.
Yes. All right.
That's what you would see when you drove into the driveway.
What's our height on that? I can't read it.
That is 26 feet, 6 inches.
To the ridge,
That's correct.
26 feet, 6 inches. Okay.
So actually pretty low, but
Yeah, not bad.
it is.
All right. So we're looking at the south, which is the front, the north. And then the two sides were longer than these. There we go, east and west. East faces back out to Darramore. West, oh no, I'm sorry, I had that wrong.
Faces
East,
to Delaney.
Delaney, and west faces to Darramore.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right. John, what are the colors?
All the trim is white.
Hmm.
The doors are white and the shutters are white.
So a lot of white, huh?
Well,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
Okay. Do you have a white roof too?
No,
I'm just kidding. What
that's,
kind of roof?
That's the, it's called pewter wood. It's dark. Like
Is
It's
that one of our colors?
Pardon me?
I'm just asking the other commissioners, do they know if, that is one of our approved colors on our list that we have? Does anyone know?
I don't know
It's-
the
I
answer to
bet
that.
Stephen would know.
Yeah, I think it's been approved for out of town. It was a late addition after we voted, and it was used downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It
Okay,
was approved on the first house I did on this road.
Well,
Okay.
what
Pewter wood.
Stephen meant was it was a late addition in terms of we approved a whole group of colors and then this one came in a little bit later and was also approved.
I see.
I didn't hear what that color was.
It's
Pewter.
called pewter wood, architectural. It's like a mixed black, gray type of thing.
Okay.
And it's pretty basic. Nothing
Okay.
crazy.
So what I would like,
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
yes, Stephen.
Just to be clear, that may have been a nickel as opposed to a pewter. So I may have my my non-base metals mixed up.
Right.
In terms of color, I think it was a nickel. So we'd have to verify that is all I wanted to say.
Yeah, we will need to verify that.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I have HSAB comments on this as well.
Oh, okay.
So
Go.
it's, Holly says lots of fenestration on the west and the south. HSAB says mass and scaling okay, west asymmetrical gable, combine the middle mass. The east side main gable is pround. I don't know what that means, but it's cut
East
off.
side main gable is what?
Pround, Pround.
Proud?
And maybe she means pronounced. I don't, maybe it's a, oh, anyway.
forward, it means forward of.
Oh,
Proud,
Yeah.
proud of.
but it's cut off. Is the drawing accurate? West side gable is uneven. And then Lucy says the design is confusing. And that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that gable that you're speaking of on the west side has two different plate heights. So in the front, it's 5.5 feet. That would be the south side, that plate height. And on the north side, it is, I think it was 7'3".
Mm-hmm. So it's a salt box.
It wasn't misdrawn. It was just, that's the way I've drawn it. In other words,
Okay.
my triangle was still straight when I was drawing it.
Well, you essentially drew a salt box, John, right?
Kind of, yep. I'd say
Okay.
that's the closest characterization would be for that.
Okay. All right, board members. Comments?
I
Yes,
have,
John?
Yeah. Can we go to the plot plan, please? Okay, right there. That's good. Okay. No. Go up one more. Right there. Thank you. The on the right side, it says Rose of Sharon hedge. Is that the hedge that I just saw in the photo, or is that a new hedge?
No, that's not out there yet.
I'm sorry?
There's no hedge, Rose of Sharon hedge out there presently. That's proposed.
I didn't hit that, John. There's no hedge
It-
there?
No,
Correct.
there's no hedge. It's all bare land right now. This is, I have a Rose of Sharon hedge on the east side, and the northwest and south is Leland
Cypress.
cypress.
Hmm.
I was just trying to mix it
Leland
up.
cypress.
Correct.
The Rose of Sharon is not there. It's in the drawing, but
No, it's just in the
is
drawing.
that part of the request?
I'm sorry, John?
Is that hedge, Rose of Sharon, is that part of the request or is it existing?
It is not existing. It's part of the proposal.
Hey,
Okay.
John.
Yes.
Just FYI, I think John Lampy is just showing that as the proposed landscape, because at some point he's going to be coming in with the pool application. So his application right now is only for the house, not for any of the surrounding landscape.
Okay,
Okay?
fine. Thank you.
All right. So at this point, I would only like to hear comments that relate to the architecture of the house.
Thank you.
Okay? All right. Thanks, John. Anyone care to start?
I'll go. Okay.
That was you, Abby, right?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, go.
I'm having trouble with Diane's first remark about how it's situated on the lot, and you intend to put a Leyland cypress tree. A mature Leyland cypress is going to take up that 5'3". You're not going to be able to walk by the house. I mean, I just think it's too lot line to lot line. The architecture itself, I don't have a problem with, but I think why not give some breathing room on either side of this house, please?
Okay. Fair
Right.
enough.
Can
Do you
I
have
say
anything?
one thing? On the west side, it's 11 and a half feet from the house to the property line.
Well, John, I don't want to get into sort of back and forth, but
Yeah.
maybe the idea is to move it further to the west so
I-
that you have a little bit more space on the east. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but let's have, if Abby has any additional comments.
No,
Hang on.
no, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. All right. Diane, did I hear you wanting to say something?
Yes.
Yes?
First of all,
Oh, so-
it's just a simple, it's too much house for the property. There isn't 5 feet that they can move. It's taking a house that belongs, I don't know, somewhere else. It's too big. I would also like to, if you're going to do it, is 6/6 windows, not 6/1s. I don't think the architecture calls for 6/1. It's pushing more 6/6. I think that it really has to be looked at. You put Rose of Sharon, and as Abby says, the cypress, Leland cypress, you can't move, and you have a stoop going down with less than 3 feet between it and the hedge. People are going to walk around. They'd have to be out trimming all the time. You have crammed stepping stones to go into the brick up the porch. It is too much house. You got a shed, you got the pool, a spa, a patio. Come on, it's two houses in one place.
Okay,
That's what I
Diane.
have to say.
Great, thank you. Val Oliver.
I,
Was that somebody else?
I don't have
Val-
anybody else here.
No, I just thought I heard another voice. Go ahead, Val.
I in general agree with Abby. I like the house. But what would really help me is to understand where it is. So I would like to get the information John offered to give us on the site with the stuff around it, and then
Yes.
make my decision, because if it's as invisible or less visible than I think it is, that assuages a lot. And I just had one question, John, what color are the shutters?
White.
White.
Okay.
They don't have to be, but that's what I was.
I'd
planning.
rather that they weren't, but
Right.
that we haven't gotten to me yet.
I can use-
So Val, that was it?
Yeah, it really is going to be for me dependent on how it all fits in up there.
Yeah. I hear you. Thank you, Val. John McLaughlin.
Yes, at this point, is this going to be held for revisions?
Yeah, definitely. But do you have any?
Shoot, shoot. Chain. White elephant. Okay. The TH words were this and the. The SH was shoe, sheep, shop. And the CH were Chester Street, and children, and Cheney. The WH were white.
So today, boys and girls, Detective Dami is going to go looking for the best ways to be safe during this unique time on our island. So if you see, I've got my protective gloves on, I've got my mask, and I'm going to go look for a friend today named Mrs. Lepre. Mrs. Lepre is our school nurse, and she's got some great tips for us on how to stay safe and healthy during this time when we're not in school. Hi, Mrs. Lepre. Hi, Mrs. Dami. So as you can see, boys and girls, Mrs. Lepre and I are about 6 feet away from each other because that's the safest way to talk with your friends now. And we're going to talk about the safest ways for us to be right now.
So I brought some stuff so I can talk about hand washing, and I'm wearing my mask so that I protect myself and protect everyone around me. And we're going to talk about hand washing. So with hand washing, I'm wetting my hands. I'm putting some soap on, and then you want to rub for 20 seconds, which is singing happy birthday twice. And make sure you get in between your fingers, on the tops of your hands and the bottoms of your hands, and then you want to rinse them off. Some other ways you can stay healthy is making sure you're 6 feet away from people when you're out in public, and also making sure that, oh, thank you, making sure that you are getting outside every day, even just for a couple of minutes to get some fresh air.
Why is it so important to go outside every?
Thank you. Okay, now I have an agenda that Lisa printed out that shows Robbie Newman up next. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see Joe Manning. Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yes.
Robbie?
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Hello, everybody.
You wanna walk us through it?
Yeah, this is, does everyone know this house out on Hummock
I
Pond
do.
Road?
Yes.
So,
Well, actually, Robbie,
yes.
we have a strict new policy that says that you have to have photographs that accompany all this stuff. So we look forward to seeing, forward to seeing all those photographs.
Okay.
So for, for those of us that don't know this building, we'll know it when we see the photographs. It's
This
sort
was
of
Bobby
brown.
Lamb's mother's house.
It's
There are
very
photographs
brown.
here. So, at any rate,
Hmm.
let me see if I can help.
Kathy, you want to scroll down some more? Oh.
Yeah, there should be photographs attached to the packet.
There is at the end.
Okay.
At the end.
Yep.
You want me to go down to the end first?
Yeah, why don't we go down to the end? I mean, yeah, there it is. Anyone who's driven down Hummock Pond Road, I'm sure has seen this house.
Yeah, it's difficult to photograph because it was very grown in until a couple of weeks ago. Joe had a brush cut.
Mm-hmm.
So these are views of the back, the north side. This is the, would be the west side. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, and the drawings indicate the portions that we would like to have removed. So if you could scroll up, Kathy, there should be, well, there is proposed and existing. The existing are the clouded portions that we'd like to remove. This includes, there's rumor that structure contains a in-ground swimming pool, but no one can see it. It's been floored over. Joe would like to replace all the windows, take out that chimney. That's why the chimney's circled. When you go to the next elevation to the right, that's the west elevation. That's just that gable end of where we think a pool is. Again, removing the chimneys and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
The next one down to the left is the east elevation. There's a generator in that garage, and that tubular thing at the bottom is the muffler for it. It's like a car engine that they've brought in there for
nice
produce electricity. So that's just removing the louver, the doors. The elevation above is the proposed new arrangement for that roof, adding the dormer, changing the window to, all the windows changed to a 2/2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this would be the north elevation, and is the next one. This is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. Okay.
Southeast.
No, so Robbie.
Yes.
Kathy, hang on one second there. If you could back up. There you go. Stop. Okay, so the south elevation, you have what appears to be board and batten siding. Is that correct?
That's what Joe is requesting. Yes.
All right. So right now the house has all natural trim, I believe.
It's painted some funky red.
Cottage red.
Okay, cottage
Oh.
red.
Okay. So are you keeping the cottage red trim?
No, all the trim will be replaced and left natural to weather.
Okay,
And he
so
would-
natural to weather, and is that indeed board and batten?
It is board and batten.
Okay. And then everything that's not rendered as board and batten presumably is shingle.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, obviously the most visible, perhaps the only visible elevation here from a public way is the south elevation. This house sits kind of fairly far back on the property. Comments from the board?
I'll go.
Go ahead, Val.
I know this house, everything is a net improvement. I just have a question for Rob, and Joe. Because the element of the garage is so strong and that's the only part you really see, is it possible to sort of maybe cut the driveway in differently to sort of mitigate that material change?
When you say material,
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if the driveway sort of shifted over and you came in and then turned into the garage, they could screen that somewhat, because right now it's a straight shot.
It's definitely straight. Is
Yeah.
Joe on?
I didn't see him on,
No.
but
Okay.
so Val, when you say material change, you mean the difference between the board and batten siding and the shingle siding, correct?
Right. And you're
Yeah.
changing the garage doors, right?
For now, he wants to keep them.
Okay.
These are the garage doors that are there.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, it's just the least attractive part of the building. So if you're doing all this work, it would be nice to sort of just mitigate that, but everything is a net win otherwise.
Yeah, we discussed it over of course a little bit, and this is where
Okay.
Joe ended up.
Well, now, Robbie, when you say that, are you talking about the location of the driveway, as Val was just suggesting, or about the siding?
Just the garage doors. I was just talking about the garage doors.
No. So what Val is suggesting, Val is basically saying this is a net improvement, but she's also saying because you now have board and batten siding, that it would be preferred, in her opinion, to have the driveway less direct in so that you're not looking right smack at the garage doors. And is that possible? But now, instead of doing it back and forth, I do want to hear from the other board members. We're sort of running a little low on time here because our cutoff is in 12 minutes. So Diane, you go ahead now.
I'll go along. The vegetation between the street and the house is heavy. You could make a path around to leaving up trees, but sending the driveway. There's no reason to have a direct straight on driveway down to the house. With a little imagination, it would be good, and the house would dissolve back into the vegetation. So I agree with the changing of the driveway.
Okay, and you're fine with the rest of the changes?
Because you can't see it.
Yeah.
It's so involved around, and even with Huckabucka Road there, you can't see it. There's too much vegetation between the two.
Okay. Thank you. Abby.
I agree with Val and Diane. I think obscuring the garage doors and the board and batten would be beneficial. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. John.
No comment at this time.
Okay. So, Robbie.
Yes.
Let's see. Actually, this is more for Kathy. Kathy, if we scroll back to the site plan of this, I'm going to see if we can just move this one along here.
I think we can. My suggestion was just because of Batten.
Yeah, okay. So Robbie, look at our site plans right now, okay?
Yeah, yep.
Well, it's obvious from the site plan that the driveway goes straight in, smack. You're looking right at those doors, and now you'll be looking right at the board and batten. By the way, I think everyone agrees that this is definitely a net improvement to what's out there now. Okay?
Yeah, we're just trying to make it a net improvement.
Yeah, we're trying to like make this a total home run. So I think we can approve this right now if you just sort of brought the driveway in more circuitously than just straight on in. Is that possible?
So I have a little back and forth from Joe.
Oh, okay.
He would not like to touch the driveway because he doesn't want to jump onto that expense right now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
He is open to going back to a shingle facade instead of the board and batten.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Board members, quickly, because we have 9 minutes left to wrap this.
I would motion to approve this with the instead of the barn siding, it being just regular shingles.
Okay, that is a motion that is now on the table, and I'm going to put that one to a vote. Thank you, Val. Abby?
I'm fine with that. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Diane?
Aye.
Very good. John McLaughlin?
Shingles, all shingles, right?
Yeah.
Yep, shingles.
I'm in favor.
Okay, great. Val?
Aye.
And I'm in favor of. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you all very much.
Okay, so let me just ask our TV sponsors here. We have 9 minutes left. Can we cover something else? What's next on the agenda?
22 Arlington Street, it was a a citizen's complaint, a retractable awning. I don't think that the owner is here on the call, though.
Okay.
He was traveling and he had bad internet service.
I see.
So, and I was unable to leave him a message.
Okay.
And the one after that, solar panels, and I'd rather not start mine.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we should just end this a little early. I'm happy that we covered the ground that we did today. And then we'll just, I guess, take the balance of these and move them to the beginning of Tuesday night's agenda. Is that correct, Kathy?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, do we want somebody move to take the remaining items on this agenda and move them to the beginning of next Tuesday's old business agenda?
So move.
Okay, thank you, Diane. On that motion, Val Oliver?
Aye.
Yes. John
Aye.
McLaughlin?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I would
Hold
ask
on.
What
Yeah.
happened to number 7?
Number 7?
4 and 7 we're going to do on
Right.
Tuesday.
I might be able to clarify that for John real quickly. John, we moved, the board moved number 4 and number 7 to the end of the agenda at the request of the applicant at the beginning of the meeting.
Oh, I just wonder where it disappeared to. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
where it went.
those will reappear on Tuesday night, John.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Just like
so Diane has made a motion to take all the remaining items that were not covered today and move them to the front of next Tuesday's agenda. And let's see, by roll call, Val?
Aye.
Okay, John?
Aye.
Thank you. Diane?
Aye.
Okay, Abby?
Aye.
And I'm in favor, so that motion carries. Is there anything else in the couple minutes remaining, Kathy, that we would want to take care of before we adjourn?
Not that I'm aware of. I think it would be more than a 6-minute conversation, so.
Yeah, and I
we'll
don't
just
want to
cut out
push it.
early.
Yeah, okay. We'll just cut out early.
So,
Okay. Oh, John, yes, go ahead.
I have one question.
Sure.
With number 4,
Yes.
Nantucket Avenue, new dwelling.
So, John, that one as well there were 2 that were moved to the end of the agenda, item number 4 and item number 7.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So you'll hear those on Tuesday night, John, hopefully.
Have a good weekend.
Okay, hey, thanks, you too. So can I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Okay, Diane, thank you for that motion. Abby? Do we still have Abby? Perhaps not. Val?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Thank you. Diane?
Aye.
Okay. Stephen, are you there?
Yep,
Stephen.
aye.
Oh, great. All right. And the chair's in favor, so the motion carries. Thank you all for giving us this time on Thursday afternoon, and have a nice weekend, everyone.
Thanks.
There, everybody.
Meeting's
Bye.
adjourned. Good night, or good afternoon. Bye. Good night.
Bye, Steve.